So today we're going to make a meal that could be a light supper or a lunch. Loads of fresh ingredients, everything made ahead so that we can enjoy our guests rather than cooking while they're here. And it's very easy to make and delicious. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, so let's get started. So the first dish we're going to make is a fresh slaw. And instead of a heavy mayonnaise-y dressing, we're going to do a nice bright dressing that has some apple cider vinegar and some maple syrup, a little bit of kick from a jalapeno, and lots of bright, fresh vegetables. So the first thing that we are going to have is 3 cups of shredded white cabbage. So this is 3 cups, 3 cups of purple cabbage, 2 cups of shredded carrot. And again, you can shred these yourself or you can buy them already shredded. Give that a quick stir. And then to this, we want to add about ½ a cup of chopped scallion, and just finely chop those. This will be about ½ a cup. And then I've got some cilantro, and I'm just going to take the cilantro and chop it. We're looking for about a cup of chopped cilantro. And then I am going to take 1 jalapeno pepper, and I'm going to slice this and de-seed it. And then I'm just going to chop this finely. Let me just give this a good stir to get all of these ingredients combined, and then we'll make the dressing. Okay, for the dressing, we are going to take 3 tablespoons of good olive oil. This is my favorite olive oil from my friend Dimitri, Greek olive oil. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. So then to this, we're going to add a pinch of red pepper, a pinch of salt, maybe about 1/4 teaspoon, and 1 clove of garlic that we are going to mince. I'll put a little bit of black pepper too. And then we're just going to whisk this up. Pour it over our salad. And then I just want to combine this well and put it into the refrigerator. Oh, I would say for at least an hour. Okay, so I'm just going to put it into the refrigerator just like that. So I love a spiked seltzer, something that has a nice, clean, fresh taste, something, typically you could get in a can like a White Claw or something like that. But I thought it would be fun to make our own. And so that's what I'm going to do. I am doing a lime cucumber spiked seltzer. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cucumber, and I'm just going to cut 4 slices. And I'm going to put them into my shaker, and I'm going to muddle them. This is a muddler. So I'm trying to release some of the cucumber juice from that. Then I'm going to take a lime, and I'm going to juice this. I want about 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. So I'm going to put this on my juicer. Okay, so we're going to do 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. Then I'm going to do 3 ounces of vodka. Now, if you don't want to have this as a alcoholic drink, you could just skip the vodka and just put the club soda over it. And I'm just going to put a few ice cubes in. I've already got ice cubes in my glass. Okay. Shake this up. And then I'm going to pour it over some ice cubes, and then I'm going to top it with the club soda. To garnish this, I'm just going to garnish it with a couple of slices of cucumber. It's good, so refreshing. So I'm going to put together our dessert, which are going to be some fun ice cream sandwiches. I'm going to take some of my favorite chocolate chip cookies. These can be chocolate chip cookies that you make or that you buy. I bought these. Ice cream. This is a cookie butter ice cream that I think will be delicious with these chocolate chip cookies. And we're going to roll them in Heath bar chunks. Couldn't be easier, but oh my gosh, it's so good. So I'm just going to take 4 cookies. My ice cream has been sitting out for a little while, so I'm going to take a scoop of ice cream and I'm just going to put it right in the middle of my cookie half. This is a great thing to do with kids too. Then I'm going to put a lid on each of these and press down enough so that the ice cream kind of sticks out the side a little bit. And then I'm going to take a package of Heath bar chunks, put them in a shallow bowl, and I'm just going to roll my ice cream sandwiches around in that to give them a little bit of a crunchy edge. You're welcome to pick some of these up and kind of drizzle them in there. I'm going to put these in the freezer and they can just stay there until we're ready to eat them. So the last thing we're going to make for this light supper is sort of a riff on a bagels and lox in cream cheese dish. We're going to make a quesadilla, and the sauce that we're going to make for on top is sour cream with some grated lemon zest. So let's get started on that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 6 ounces of light cream cheese and put that into a bowl. Next, I'm going to take my cheddar cheese. This is a sharp white cheddar. It's about 4 ounces, and we'll add that to our cream cheese. And then I have 3 ounces of smoked salmon, and I'm just gonna chop this up small and add it to my cream cheese. Then I am going to take 2 scallions and finely chop them. Add them to the bowl. And then I'm going to take some fresh dill. If you don't have fresh dill, dried dill works too. I'm going to use a couple tablespoons of the fresh dill. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a fork and I'm going to mash all this stuff up together. It's going to take me a little bit. Set that aside for a minute. I'm going to make a sour cream topping, but first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stick of butter and I'm just going to melt this. So I'm using a light sour cream and I'm going to take about 3/4 of a cup. So now I'm going to zest my lime. I just have a little rasp here. I just want a couple teaspoons of grated lime zest. So the next thing is we're going to start to build our quesadillas. So I am going to take one of my tortillas. This is just an 8-inch flour tortilla. I'm just going to put a scoop here and use my fork to mash it down. I'm going to try and get this to the edges. So then I'm going to put my top on it. And at this point, I can put this on a plate, build my next ones, put them in the refrigerator covered in plastic wrap, and keep them and have them ready for right before I'm ready to fry them up. So here are the 3. And again, at this point, I could just put these into the refrigerator and cover them and keep them until I'm ready. But I've got my pan over here heating up. So I have my melted butter. And I have a little brush, and I'm just going to brush the butter all over the top of my tortilla. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put the butter side down in my hot pan. And I'm going to let that cook for 2 minutes. While it's in there, I'm going to brush the other side. While that one's cooking, I'm going to start preparing the next one. But you want to check them because you don't want them to burn on the bottom. Put it in the pan, set it down. Brush the top with butter. So to serve this, I'm going to put our sauce in the middle of the platter. And then I am just going to cut this into 6 pieces. Just arrange these on the platter. These are best served warm. Then I have a little bit of dill left over, so I'm just going to garnish this with some dill. So our light supper is all ready. Again, these are things we could have made ahead. The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna garnish my slaw with some slivered almonds. That'll give a nice additional crunch to it. So there you go, a nice light supper for any evening with a nice light cocktail. I hope you try this. If you do, please let me know how you like it. If you like the video, please feel free to subscribe and like it. And I will look forward to seeing you again soon.